Very good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pathfinders Trainings. Can all of you hear me properly? Can everybody see the screen properly? Just give me a confirmation, guys. Say yes if you can hear me properly. My name is Yogeshwar Vashisht. I'm from Mumbai, and I have people from various cities who are joining in now. So, welcome everybody. People are still joining. So, a little chit chat, and hopefully, in a few minutes, I will start. So, very nice to meet you. How many of you are beginners, freshers? How many freshers in my class? Say yes if you are a fresher, guys. Okay. Lot of freshers into the class. Great. Thank you very much for the response. And how many of you are traders or investors? You have done something in the market. Say yes if you are a trader or an investor. Great. Thank you very much. Big attendance today, more than 180 people already there. So by my past experience, about 225 to 50 people will attend this webinar. Whatever you write to me is personal to me. Nobody else can read it. So you can freely write to me here. Okay, great guys. And how many of you have tried, but you have faced losses, and now you would like to recover your loss? Write loss if you have suffered a loss and you want to recover your loss. Because that is another challenge that I see people facing. I'm a coach and a professional trader myself. I've trained more than 5,000 people in my main workshops. And every day in the evening, I talk to my traders. Somebody or the other is calling me. And I always have some trader who says, sir, everything was going right, the trade was in profit, but suddenly I became very emotional. I could not control myself and I made a loss. So how many of you could not control yourself and you said, I somehow could not emotionally control myself, and that's why the loss happened? There will be many of you. There will be many of you here. So I'll be addressing all these issues today. And yeah, more or less everybody is here now, a double century now, 200 people plus are there. So let's start, guys. Okay, let me start with a very, very basic question. Why do you come to the stock market? Why do you want to come to the stock market? Now, everybody here says, I am coming here to make money. The answer itself is wrong. The answer itself is wrong. When you go to an engineering college, I'm an engineer myself, I'm an IITian. When you go to engineering college, what is your basic purpose there? To make money or to become a good engineer? Let's hit where it hurts first. No, you go there because if you become a good engineer, money is a natural outcome. The better the engineer you become, more is the money that automatically comes. But you have to master the process in order to get money. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. You have to master that process, whether it is being a doctor, being an engineer, being a software guy, being a manager, whatever is the process is, till the time you do not master it, you will not get the money. Why should it be any different in the stock market? In the stock market also, you have to master the process. You have to master the process. And then only money will come to you. Whether you are a beginner, whether you have traded, whether you do options, commodity, forex, future, whatever. Till the time you don't master the process, you will not get any money. Do you agree with me on this one? Say yes if you agree on this. And now, one of the all those who suffered big losses, you lost control because you had no process in place. You made losses because you had no process in place. Right. So let's start from here. Let's open a chart. Let's start with a very simple chart. Let's say Axis Bank. Axis Bank is here. Let me open Axis Bank here. This is the chart of Axis Bank. And we see Axis Bank for the past many days is coming down. For the past many days, Axis Bank is coming down. And somebody gives you a tip, advice, recommendations, saying Axis Bank will go up from here. Okay, welcome everybody who have joined me late. Very good evening. Welcome to Pathfinders Trainings. I'm Yogeshwar. So here you decide to buy Axis Bank. You say Monday morning, I will buy Axis Bank. You instruct your broker, hey, buy 500 Axis Bank at 686 rupees. Okay, so your broker is very happy. He will make money whether you make profit or loss. So he buys 500 Axis Bank for you. Now, in order to make money in the stock that you bought, in what direction would you want Axis Bank to go? Right? In the upward direction. You would want it to go in the upward direction. Great, good answer. Now answer me one more thing. This 500 Axis Bank that you bought them from somebody. Somebody sold his 500 Axis Bank to you. Now this other guy who sold his Axis Bank to you, in which direction does he think that Axis Bank will go, because of which he sold them to you? Downwards. Because even if he also thought it will go up, he would have never sold his Axis Bank to you. And now, can both of you be right? Of course not. Who said yes? Praveen Kumar, it can't be true. Okay, so both of you can't be right. One has to be right, one would be wrong. Who will be right? The person who has mastered the process will be right. Who will be wrong? The person who doesn't know, who has not mastered the process, would be wrong. Okay. Hey guys, some of you are already shooting what is the bracket order, and I'll go in a flow. Question answers we will take in the end here. I only have 2 hours and I have a lot to teach. Vijay Shaw from Jamshedpur. Great. So you are dealing with a market where for one person to make money, another person has to lose money. The person with skill will always make money from the person without the skill. The person who knows will make money from the person who doesn't know here. All right. So this is how we start the stock market. So let's go to a few slides. It's a risky place, a standard disclaimer, use it at your own risk. This is the room from which I am talking to you. This is my trading room. I do my own personal tradings here. This is also the place where I teach thousands of traders. And this is also my library. I'm a book lover. So you will find books everywhere. And I love to read. These are our 4 human needs: peace of mind, health and energy, loving relationships, and financial freedom. Today we are going to talk about financial freedom. Shika says, I joined late. I hope I didn't miss. Don't worry, I'll be sending a recording of this session to everybody. Guru Raj says, from where, which city are you? I'm from Mumbai, Guru Raj. I'm from Mumbai city. So you come to the stock market to create incomes. Now, what is income? Income is that money which is consistent in terms of amounts and in terms of frequency. For example, your salary is an income. Why the salary income? Salary is an income because you get it every month and you know how much you will be getting. So in stock market, you have exactly the same choices. You can either come here, create an income, or you can come here and play a lottery. And we all come with expectations. I'll be talking about that. Your first challenge is inflation. Every year, the purchasing power of your money will go down and you will require more money in order to fund the same expenses. Then you won't have any pension. So you need to have a skill by which even after 60, you are not financially dependent on anybody else. And that's where stock market comes handy. These are your 4 financial needs: safety, security, liquidity, and growth. So let's focus on the 4th one. Safety is a house to live in. Security is enough insurance. Liquidity is enough cash for 6 months. And growth is the growth of your money in the stock market. What I have seen is people work very hard to earn their money, but they don't work hard enough to learn how to make that money grow. Guys, everybody can hear me properly, see the screen properly? Just give me a confirmation. There are 1 or 2 people who are not able to see it, so let me see. Okay, guys, 95% can get it, so please restart your computers. You might be on a smaller connection. I'll send a recording, don't worry. So great, thank you very much. So, and we are focusing on the growth part today. These are the 4 equations of money. If you are paying any kind of a loan, you are in equation number 1, far away from financial freedom. And the only equation of financial freedom is equation number 4, income minus saving is equal to expense. And stock market is capable of giving both incomes and expenses. But what I have seen is most people come to the stock market untrained. They think it is easy. It can be learned from a YouTube video. It can be learned from a book. And that's how a lot of people jump into the stock market, either dependent on somebody else or trying on their own. Let me see how much wrong can I be, and they go into the loss trap. And the fact is, since it is a win-lose model, most of the people who come untrained here, they suffer a loss. They suffer a loss. That's what I have seen. And why do losses happen? Let's focus on the losses first. I'll talk about the profits later on. Profits की तो सभी बातें करते हैं, इतना मिलेगा उतना मिलेगा, लेकिन till the time you don't understand the loss part, you will not enter the profit zone. So why do loss happen? Let's understand the first basic reason. These days, a lot of people are putting money into the mutual funds because the FDs are not getting good returns. Correct? A lot of people are putting money into mutual funds because FDs are not giving good returns. A very simple statement I have put in. Now, Bijoy says MF is nonsense. Why is Bijoy says MF is nonsense? Remember 1 year ago, mutual funds were the darling of everybody. Somebody asked, where will I get the recording? I'll send in your email after the session. Right? So, why does Bijoy says it is nonsense? Because a lot of people put their money into mutual funds about 1-2 years ago, especially after demonetization, and now most of the people are losing money into their mutual funds. So that's why while FD, even though the FD rate has come down from 8% to 6%, it is still a win-win model. In a FD, you can't lose money, whether it is 6%, 7%, 8%, whatever is the percentage the banks promises to you, that you will get. Is it true? In FD, you can't lose money, and this is a fact. And most people don't realize that when they move their money from FDs to the mutual funds or the stocks or the portfolio management, they move their money from a win-win model to a win-lose model. And whenever you're buying a mutual fund, you are buying a stock, you are giving money for portfolios management, don't they make you sign at many places that stock market is subject to market risk, and if a loss happens, only you are responsible for it? Correct? So that's why, you have to see that these are two different markets. When you are going to the bank, and the bank, as long as the bank is there, even if the bank becomes bankrupt, do you know there is a guarantee from Government of India? Jignesh Thakkar, I think I've answered you. Okay. So, but when you're coming to the stock market, no matter whatever route you can come, what are the routes you can come through? You can come through the mutual fund route. You can go through the ETF routes. You can go to the direct stock routes, or you can go through the insurance route. You can go through the IPO route. There are multiple routes through which you can go. But the fact is, in each one of them, the risk is exactly the same. And if you want to make money here, you have to learn how to understand the risk by acquiring the necessary skill. Okay. Now, what should be your expectation from the stock market? Now, let's come to a good question. Most people lose money because their expectations are not right. Okay. If you are building a portfolio, let's say you want to build a stock portfolio for long term to create your long term wealth, how much should you make into it per year? About 24% a year. That is a reasonable target. 2% a month is a good target to have if you are building a long-term stock portfolio. Let's say you are doing intraday trading. So in intraday trading, what is the reasonable expectations, since you will be using derivatives there, futures, commodities, options, forex? How much should a derivative trader make per month? Intraday and swing trader. I'm talking per month. Bhagwan Bharose? No, not Bhagwan Bharose. There is a figure, 5 to 10% a month. A 5 to 10% a month is a very reasonable expectations when you're committing more time and you're working on a higher level of a skill. That means if you are having a lakh rupees and you're building a portfolio with it, you can expect about 2,000 rupees a month out of it. And if you are, doing intraday and swing trading with derivatives, you can expect 5 to 10,000 rupees a month out of it. Now, how much does the bank give on the same 1 lakh rupees? So, what is the FD rate? 7,000 rupees divided by 365. So, if you put that money into FD, you will get 19 rupees per day into 30. You will get 575 rupees per month. Okay, while if you are learning how to become a trader, you can make a 5 to 10,000 rupees a month. And if you learn how to build a stock portfolio, you can make up to 2,000 rupees a month. Okay, so is it worth learning it? Look at these figures and say, is it worth learning it? Yes or no? Very good. Thank you very much. Who loses money? I'll tell you the people who lose money. People who bring in 1 lakh rupees and they want to make 50,000 rupees every month. That is not possible. This is stock market, not God. So a reasonable expectations with proper skill can be easily fulfilled here. An unreasonable expectation cannot be fulfilled here. So first is, it is a different model. You have to learn it from the scratch, from zero. Another thing is, in the stock market, your risk, let's again go to this one. Let's say you buy, let's go back to the same Axis Bank here. Let's say you bought Axis Bank here. And next day Axis Bank goes up. Has your risk increased or decreased? No, everybody says risk has decreased. A few people said increase. The answer is risk has increased. Now, when you bought it here, what was at risk? Only your capital was at risk. But now here, isn't your capital and your profit both at risk because you have not sold it? Small point, very important point, right? When does your risk finish? Your risk finishes when you sell it, when you finish it. Till the time you have not sold it, your risk is exactly the same or increased. So in stock market, you are continuously working on increasing and decreasing risk. So here, till the time you are not out. Now, classic example is, let's take this one, our market. And this is a market in August 2018. This was the month of euphoria. Everybody wanted to be in the stock market. Mutual funds were your best friends, and stock market was the place to be in. I'm talking the first half of 2018, when, as usual, the whole India went crazy. Everybody wanted to be in stock markets. And people were having portfolios and they were boasting their portfolios in their offices and their parties. How much my portfolio has gone up. And they didn't realize that if you don't book it, that money is not yours. So after that, price started falling down. So what happens to their profits? Their profits turned into losses. So that's why in stock market, till the time you are in the trade, you are at total risk. Only when you exit does your risk finish. That means longer the duration of the trade, bigger is your risk into the trade. Correct? Is this point clear to everybody? That's why short-term trading is always the safest form of trading. Many people say intraday trading is very risky. I said no, intraday trading is the least risky form of trading. The least risky form of trading here. Okay. Then another reason is people don't realize that in stock market money can be made in both the directions. Money can be made in the up direction also, and money can be made in the down direction also. Let's pick up. Let's see this as an example. Today, JSW Steel went down 4.9%. Let's open this one. Now, let's go to JSW Steel. Now, somebody asked, Shakti from Delhi is asking, how intraday trading is less risky? In intraday trading, your time duration is the smallest. And in what does the risk, in what is the risk inherent? इसमें रिस्क है किस चीज का? चलो शक्ति तुम ही बताओ मुझे. ट्रेडिंग में रिस्क है किस चीज का? रिस्क है टाइम में जो इवेंट होंगे वो आपका रिस्क है. because price is moving up and down only in time. So the smaller is the time, smaller is the risk of the market. This is one point most people forget. And that's why they have this thought, long term is the safest. Long term is the most risky if you don't know how to control it. Right? So JSW Steel was down 4%. In a stock, you would have lost money, of course. But let's say you were trading the options of JSW Steel. How many of you have traded options? Near put option of, let's say, 270. The 270 put option went up 143% in a single day, while the stock of JSW Steel went down 4.9%. So, and this is a wonderful product. Once you learn it, it's a great product. But what is the catch here? Let me tell you the catch. The catch is, instead of a 270 put, you would have bought a 270 call. Instead of making 143% in a single day, you would have lost 53.9%. Now tell me the most important question now. Do you have to take your decision at the start of the day or the end of the day? Not end of the day, start of the day. Kadappa, start of the day. And in start of the day, let me open JSW Steel. So when you have opened JSW Steel right at the start, and you are about to take your decision here, how do you know from here it will go further down or go further up? Do you understand the dilemma? You have to commit your money now, and your profit or loss will happen in the future. And that is where the skill comes in. तुषार, अपना पैसा तुमको अभी लगाना है, अभी इन्वेस्ट करना है, और तुम्हारा प्रॉफिट और लॉस फ्यूचर में होगा, और उसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं है. समझ में आया? इसीलिए स्किल लगेगा. Right? That's why you will require the skill. And this is the skill. And is it a learnable skill? Yes, it is very much a learnable skill. That is the best part. You want to find undervalued, overvalued stocks, you learn fundamental analysis. You want to time the market properly, you learn technical analysis. You want to understand, the risk that you will be working on, work on risk management. You want to control your emotions, you want to make sure that you work rationally, work on the psychology of trading. So this market moves every day up and down. It is a continuously moving market. And that's why you have to decide, if you come here, how will you trade? Will you be intraday trader? Will you be a swing trader? Would you be a positional trader? Would you build portfolio? Would you do all of that? Okay. Are you liking the session so far, guys? Great. So let's go forward. Now, who is your competitor in this market? Who are you competing against? We are all competing in the stock market with a counterparty. Very good answer, Ruchi. With a counterparty. And who is the counterparty? The counterparty can be a small trader. The counterparty can also be a mutual fund on the other side. It can be a DII. It can be a FII. It can be a bank trading with you. It can be an insurance company trading with you. Okay, it can be anybody on the other side. And there is a chance the person has more money he has a better software, and is better equipped in terms of technology. So, with this, if you don't know what to do you stand any chance? Sorry to burst your bubble. Sorry to burst your bubble. Do you stand any chance? What is your chance of making money? Let me be very blunt. It is zero. बुरा मत मानिए, zero. So that's why when you come here, you need to have a strategy in place. And let me talk about that strategy by which whether you are having 5,000 or 50,000 or 5 lakh or 5 crores, you stand a chance. You stand a chance. Ramesh Babu says, what software I'm using? I'm using Sher Khan's Trade Tiger, Ramesh Babu. 3-4 people have asked. I'm an avid trader with Sher Khan for many, many years. I think for 15 years I am trading with them. So now when I'm coming to the market, so I need to have a strategy in place. Now let's open up any stock, let's say. So out of this, which one should I start with? Give me any one of this and I will start with that. Okay. Ramesh says start with Eicher Motors. मैंने इस list में पूछा, but let's start with Eicher Motors. He wanted Eicher, so let's start with Eicher. So now let's me Eicher Motor, Enfield motorcycles, remember? Eicher Motors. Let's start with Eicher Motors here. And I see that Eicher Motor, in what trend is Eicher Motors? Eicher Motor is going in a downtrend, going down, it is going into a downtrend. And I open the bigger time frame of Eicher Motors. I saw this was a stock that had a big rally. And I go into Eicher Motors and I check out the levels of Eicher Motors here. And I see that Eicher Motors, is for the moment still in a free fall and can go further down. So this is a stock I'm not interested in buying. So your first choice is not where will I buy it? What is the first question? The first question is if I will buy it. Please remember, nobody has ever lost any money by not buying a stock. Do you agree with this point of mine? Nobody has ever lost any money by not buying a stock. You can only lose it by buying it. So that's why it is extremely important that you first see whether this one is worth buying or not. Correct? Let's go a little more. Let's say this is Tata Steel I'm seeing. Let me look at Tata Steel. And I look at Tata Steel, I see Tata Steel is a cyclic stock. And I see the moment I look at the chart, I find a pattern. And the moment I find a pattern here, I know there is a buying opportunity that is coming up here. And I immediately go to Tata Steel here and I confirm that on the daily chart and the pattern is confirmed to me. And I decide to buy Tata Steel, right? So I mark my buying. I said, I'll buy Tata Steel Monday somewhere around this level, 467 rupees. Now tell me, is it guaranteed that I will make money? Is it guaranteed that it will go up? No guarantee. Very good. There are 4 results that can happen. What are the 4 results that can happen? These are the 4 results that can happen. Big loss, small profit, and big profit. Now, if I come here, which one is the most painful one? Small loss or the big loss? Big loss is the most painful one. Exactly. Big loss. So your job number 1 is to make sure there is no big loss in the system. And for that, there is only one way: plan for a small loss. Right? Jyoti, Nasimha, Vijay, Prashad, Sushil, Salim, whatever names I can read here. And I have 250 plus people, guys. Welcome all of you who came late. I'm Yogeshwar Vashish, and we are into a stock market class. So I go down and see where did it turn back from. So I come here and I say I will put a protective stop just below it. If it falls down 30 rupees more, I will get out. So what is this? This is a planned small loss. This is a planned small loss. And I decide no matter what happens, below this, I will not stay into the trade. Then I need to have an exit target also. I cannot hold it indefinitely. And I go up here and see this move roughly started around this level. This was the level where the move started. And I say, if the price comes to that level, I will get out at 532. So my planned loss is 31 rupees and my planned profit is 64 rupees. Is my planned profit 2 times that of my planned loss? Yes or no? Right? Guys, a lot of people are asking a lot of technical questions to me. In 2 hours, I cannot teach you stock market, guys. For that, you have to come into my classes. It takes time to learn stock market. At the most, I can introduce it to you, give you the basic concepts, and make you interested into this market. That is the maximum I can do, and I'm trying that. Okay, so now if I go here, it is 2 times. Now let's look at the maths. वंश, how to attend your class? Don't worry, वंश, मैं इनमें सब बताने वाला हूँ क्लासेस के बारे में, ट्रेडिंग रूम के बारे में, पोर्टफोलियो कोर्स के बारे में. But let's focus on the learning part first. You're giving me your 2 hours, so let's add some value in those 2 hours first. In the last 15 minutes, I'll tell you about the courses. So now, basic maths. If you take 10 trades like this, half of them finish in small loss and half of them hit the target. By the end of the month, will you finish in profit or will you finish in loss? Profit. Great. And it doesn't matter whether it is an intraday trade, it is a swing trade, it is a positional trade or the portfolio trade. This is the first principle of trading. If you adhere to this principle, even with a 50% success rate, you will make money. The moment you start acquiring proper skills, you're armed with the right strategies, your entries and exit are right, your success rate will go from 50 to 70% at least. So with a 70% success rate and minimum 2:1 profit to loss ratio, can you ever lose money in this market? Very simple question. I've not taught you anything. अभी मैंने कुछ भी नहीं सिखाया. अभी मैंने सिर्फ बेस प्रिंसिपल खड़ा किया. And with this, armed with this principle, even if it is the most biggest mutual fund, the biggest trader of the world, the biggest insurance company, the biggest bank, even if they trade with you, you will make money. That I can guarantee you. And that means, can you take every trade or you have to be very selective in your trades? Now, let's take it the next step. Should you take all the trades or should you be very selective in your trades? Very selective. In fact, a good trader, the first thing he learns is stock screening. Why do all the tip services run? Remember, a lot of tip services you get, especially from Indore. What are they basically giving you? Since you don't know which one to buy, they claim that they know which one to buy and you can take the same. What if you learn how to do it yourself, Vishal? Come to my classes and learn it. Learn fundamental screening and learn technical screening. The logic is very simple. You buy undervalued stocks and you sell overvalued stocks. When a stock becomes expensive, it is a good time to get out. When the stock becomes very cheap, it is a good time to get in. So you buy at the wholesale price and you sell at the retail price. What is this price? This is a wholesale price. What is this price? This is a retail price. Isn't this a principle of every business in the world? So what I'm trying to put here in a perspective is when you come to the stock market, you are doing your own business. The only thing is instead of giving services or instead of selling products, you are doing your trading based on a chart, based on price movement, based on technical analysis, armed with fundamental analysis. You are also buying and selling stocks only. You buy 200 Reliance, you sell 200 Reliance. You buy Tata Motor, you sell Tata Motor. So what is stock market? I always say stock market is the business of the businesses. It is the business of the. What is every trader doing? You just see, you go to a mall, you go to a clothes shop, you go to an electronic shop, you go to any hotel, go to any shop, any mall. Isn't that what they are doing? They get it from somewhere at a cheaper price and they sell it to you, the customer, at a higher price. In stock market, you have to do exactly the same. In commodity, you have to do exactly the same. In forex, you have to do exactly the same. The only challenge here is in the regular world, there are predefined wholesale prices and retail prices. While in stock market, nobody will tell you which price is wholesale and which price is retail. You have to learn how to do it. Is this point clear to everybody, guys? Right? Shall we go to the next principle now? This was the first principle of risk management. Let's go to the another principle. How is the price moving up or down? But before that, let's go to the portfolio. Let's say I ask a person, hey, which one would you like to buy for your long-term portfolio? Would you like to buy a Tata Motors or would you like to buy a Chaman Lal Shetty? Which one will most of the people buy for their long-term portfolio? Tata. Everybody said Tata. Answer is wrong, but that's all you said. So let's go. Let's go and check Tata Motors. So why did you say it? Because you are used to it. That's all. No other reason. You are used to it. It's a brand. Most people buy things which they are familiar with. Tata Motors, everybody's favorite Tata Motors, has already come down from 617 rupees to 161 rupees. And a good price to buy Tata Motors would be about 50 rupees. My fundamental analysis says about 50 rupees can be a good price to think about buying Tata Motors. So now people will say, hey, it has already come down from 600 to 161. Isn't this already cheap? Stock market doesn't work this way. For example, if I push here MRF, even at 55,000 rupees, MRF is a very cheap stock. But if I'm putting here Suzlon, even at 3 rupees 44 paisa, I will not touch Suzlon because its fair valuation is 0. Okay, so let's go to our Chaman Lal Shetty. So This is Chaman Lal Shethia, a rice exporter, small cap company. And you see here, Chaman Lal Shethia went from 5 rupees to 200 rupees, from 200 rupees to 71. Now, what is the trick? Trick is to find out when it is at 6 rupees, that it has a valuation of 300 rupees. Correct? And when it is at 300 rupees, to know that the valuation is finished, the move is over, and it is time to book the profit. Where do most people buy their stocks? Most people buy their stocks at the top. Here. This is where most people buy their stocks. Right at the top. Right here. This is where they buy most of their stocks. Why? Because greed is predominant here. How does a human being operate? He buys his greed and he sells his fear. And how does a person make money in the stock market? Exactly opposite. You buy the fear and you sell the greed. So which one will make you financially free? Tata Motor or Chaman Lal Shethia, guys? Which one will make you financially free? Chaman Lal Shethia. So if you have to build your stock portfolio, you have to buy Chaman Lal Shethias. You have to find your Chaman Lal Shethias, and there are always Chaman Lal Shethias, 25 companies. You should learn how to find those 25 companies which are undervalued and which will become a multi-bagger. Now, Dixit, has any suggested stocks for long term? Dixit, you have to learn it. That's what I teach in the classes, how to find those stocks. If you're asking me this question, aren't you asking for tips already? Do not be dependent on anybody, not even on me. I do not handle anybody's portfolio. I have no software to sell. I do not have any tip service, and I don't have any strategy by which you will become rich in 3 days. Any of this I don't have. The way you become an engineer, the way you become a doctor, the way you become successful in every area of life, I'm a coach. I'll teach you how to do it. But the hard work is yours, right? But the hard work would be yours here. So now you see here, what was the emotion here? The greed. Now let's look at this one. Now this is Nifty, the index of our market, consisting of 50 top stocks of India. These are the 50 biggest companies of India, which comprises the index. 10 out of them hold more than 60% in the Nifty. Now, what are the 4 kind of traders who are always present in the market? Yes. What are the 4 kind of traders who are always present in the market? Yeah, please answer. I'm asking you. Intraday trader. The first trader is an intraday trader. His operating time is a few hours. Second kind of a trader is a swing trader. His operating time is a few days. Third is a positional trader. His operating time is a few weeks. And the last is the long-term investor, whose operating time is a few months. And who controls this market? Long-term trend, who is controlling? The trader or the investor? Trader. No, investor. The trader controls the liquidity and the investor controls the trend. Always remember. Sorry. The trader controls the liquidity, the investor controls the trend. So if we have to understand this market, we first have to understand what is the bigger trend of the market. Let's learn that now. Now, how many trading days in a week? 5. How many trading days in a month? 20. Very good. How many trading days in a year? About 240. Very good. So if I put into this a 240-day moving average, I will get the long term, the yearly trend, the investors trend. So let me add that and go to 240-day moving average I'm putting here. Now, this line is the investor's trend. And have you noticed something interesting? Whenever the intraday traders or the traders price goes far away from the investor's price, the investors pull it back towards it. See here? Similarly, here it went very far away from it and they pulled it down. Then it tries to go on the other side. So here, if I'm seeing this and seeing the trend, just by looking at this, on what side will the price go from here? Just look at it and tell where is it going. It is not a rocket science, simple thing. Down, going down. And what is the nearby probability? This looks to be the nearby probability. Correct. This is the nearby probability. And this is a place where the price has come many times. See here, it came once, twice, third, and if it comes here, it will come here the fourth time. And tell me, this level where the price might come down, is it a strong level now or a weak level? ये level strong है कि weak है? Weak hai. It's a weak level, very weak. If it's like this, you are on a seashore and the waves are hitting the rock again and again. So is the rock becoming strong or weak? ये concept पे लोग मर जाते हैं, उल्टा पकड़ लेते हैं. Weak. The more the time, the more the number of times the price hits a level, the weaker the level becomes. Okay, this is a very basic rule of technical analysis. So here, if it breaks below that level, well, there is a whole downside level that is there. And let me go to the weekly chart. And just looking at this, you already know that the price is going to move down further here because there's a very prominent candlestick pattern that I can see. Those who know candlesticks, in my classes I teach them in detail. Can somebody tell me the candlestick pattern here? Yes? Anybody who knows technical, can you tell me the, no, not Bethel, not Evening Star. Very good, Purushottam from Hyderabad. First one to answer right. A head and shoulder. A very nice head and shoulder, indicating and confirming the bearishness into the market. Now, for a person who's trained, whose eyes are trained, he can see it. For a person who's not trained, this is just green and red. So, now let's look at some other stocks. For example, if I'm looking at Reliance Industries. Now look at Reliance Industries. Now Reliance Industry, looking at this, what is the probable direction of Reliance Industries? Some of you are trained, I know, some of you are already doing some technical analysis. Down, where up? Down. यही तो देखने की आंख बदल रही है. Look at it from the investors trend. Where does the price gets dragged? When it goes far away from the investors trend, It comes back towards the investor's trend. And what is the price of the investor's trend? 1082. This is where Reliance is likely to come. And same logic applies on the downward side also. And this is just a very small glimpse. There are multiple levels that you can use. This is just one moving average I have put in. There are at least three you have to look at. And then you can tell with almost 70-80% degree of accuracy whether from here it will go up or whether from here it will go down. Does it look interesting now? I'm touching the very basics, guys. But कम से कम आपका interest तो आना शुरू हुआ. That is the most important thing, that your interest is coming now. Great. So let's go a little further on this. So we learned the reward to risk ratio. We learned how price is cyclic. Now there are multiple sectors which have an interrelation with each other, and the money just flows from one sector to another sector, and you will just find one sector becoming strong, another sector becoming weak, and money just moves. Please understand, money is the same. It just moves from one place to another place. It moves from one stock to another stock. So if money is moving from SBI to HDFC, SBI price will go down, HDFC price will go up. When the money starts moving back from HDFC to SBI, HDFC price will start going down, SBI price will going up. So every day you will find there are stocks going up and there are stocks going down. And you just have to find out where is the money coming out from and in which one is the money going in. And if you can learn that, you are all traders and investors. Great, guys. So this is, now let's go a little further on this. These are the four types of trading: intraday, swing, positional, portfolio, and you decide which one do you want to be. Some people only want to create long-term wealth. Fine with me. Learn to become a portfolio builder. Everybody, when you retire, should have a substantial wealth. And these days, I have seen, so what I have seen is FDs are not attractive anymore, so people don't put money there. And gold, silver were never investments. So a lot of people are real estate heavy. They don't know where else to put, so they put all their money into real estate. And now real estate has going down and they are now in a bad shape. How many of you are facing this problem that your portfolio is not balanced? It is too heavy on real estate. And you are stuck in your real estate now. Happens? Many of you, thank you very much for the honest answer. So equity is a great place. In my portfolio course that I've just launched, I tell people how will you balance your wealth depending on your profile. How much should be in real estate, how much should be in stocks, how much in FDs, and how much in bullion, and how much should be lying as cash. Because if that balance is not there, then you will not be able to handle your wealth. There are two kinds of money. One is liquid money, one is illiquid money. When you buy a piece of land or a house, especially in a bear market like this in real estate, have you put your money in a liquid asset or an illiquid asset? Illiquid asset. And stock market is a liquid asset. So you should have a very fine balance of a liquid asset and an illiquid asset. So I teach you how to do that. But the fact is, you have to choose what kind of trading suits you. If you're doing a job and your boss is sitting on top of your head all the time, and you try to do intraday trading from your office, you will be fired. Then you have to learn auto trading. That means you can put your trade even before the market starts with proper levels in place, and you look at your trade only by the end of the day when your office is finished. That is very much possible now. Okay. Then you have to make sure your money is growing at the good pace. 4, 6, 8% is useless because they don't even beat inflation. So what is useful? Minimum 24% per year using the portfolio building, wherein every 3 years your money can become double, and this is the key. Even if you put your money in FD, very safe, growing at 8% a year, in 20 years your 1 lakh will become only 5 lakh. But if you learn how to build your own portfolio without giving 1 rupee to anybody, no mutual fund, nobody else, no portfolio manager, totally on your own, I teach how to do that. Your 1 lakh in the same 20 years will become 1.2 crore rupees. And here, you trade 3 to 4 trades in a whole year. And it is worth learning this skill. So when you are coming into the stock market, you have to make sure that you are specializing in stocks, you're specializing in derivatives, you learn how to do commodities, you learn how to do the forex. So all the things you should be learning. Rajesh, do you teach portfolio building in this training itself? Yes, I have a special course for portfolio. I'll be teaching about that. Some people want to be traders, some people want to be investors. Everybody has that choice. Many people think that to build a portfolio, I have to do nothing. I just have to keep on holding my blue chip stocks and they will all go up. Suzlon down, Reliance up, Arcom down, ACC up, Kingfisher will never fly again, Siemens up, JP Associates down, TCS up, Unitech down. So how do you know 5 years ago which one will become JP Associate and which one will become TCS? Now, the main thing that happens is, let's go to the crux here. If I want to create long-term wealth, think logically. Shall I put it in a blue chip business, blue chip companies whose growth has already happened? Or shall I put it in a small business, a small cap company, a micro cap company whose growth is yet to happen? The Chamanlal Shetty. Which one will give me the exponential growth, the multi-bagger? The small and the micro. In blue chips, you will never have multi-baggers. You can get a decent 10-15% a year. I don't deny that. But you won't get multi-baggers. So that's what you have to learn. In the portfolio building, you learn how to find those multi-baggers, those gems which have not yet been discovered. Isn't those the gems with which Warren Buffett becomes super rich? So what is the key? The key is to find small cap companies at the right price and exit them at the right price. That is extremely important. Small cap companies are volatile. They can move 50% up in a day. They can also go down 30% down in a day. So how do you see it rationally? And a good portfolio building is always a combination of fundamental analysis, where you learn how to evaluate a company, find out when it is cheap, and to exit when its proper price has been reached and shift the capital plus the profits into some other company which is now entering the upward phase here. Please understand, there are companies going up, there are companies going down all the time. Okay. Lot of questions coming, Chendur, Shabat. I'll answer them in the end. I'll have 15 minutes for question answers only. So let's go a little more. Okay, guys, that's me. My name is Yogeshwar Vashish. Let me introduce myself in 5 minutes. Then we'll go a little more into stock markets. So I've done my MTech from IIT, my international certification in management from South America, Peru, and my advanced courses in trading from Pristine Academy of USA and Online Trading Academy of USA, guys. I started my career as a scientist in CBRI. Then I was selected by Skanska, a Swedish multinational which specializes in hydropower projects. And I went out of India and I became a NRI. It was a good job. My family was with me. I was just married, and we started traveling the world. I have built hydropower projects in Sri Lanka, Sweden, Norway, and my last project was in Peru, South America. The average period in every hydropower project was about 3 years. So for many, many years, I was traveling out. And my trading journey started when I was in Sri Lanka. Got married, we had two boys, and I realized that this traveling job cannot be forever. For the education of my children, I have to settle down in a city. So I wanted to come back to Mumbai, but my job was such that I was always in jungles. So in Sri Lanka, I met my mentor, Jeffrey. He was a professional trader from Sweden, and he was the first one who introduced me to the stock market. Was very skeptic in the start because we have been told that stock market means gambling. How many of you were told that stock market means gambling, guys? हमारे आसपास ही लोग हमें बोलते रहते हैं, right? Then what happens? People try on their own, lose money, and it gets confirmed in the subconscious mind. बराबर है, gambling है. So when I met him for the first time, and he said, "I'm a professional trader," I said, "You are a gambler?" He said, "No, Yogeshwar, I'm a professional trader." So we became good friends. I started learning from him. For a few months, I learned from him, paid him the fees, you know, and you'll be surprised to find almost all the professional traders teach because they say it keeps me on the edge. It makes sure I grow as a trader and somebody learns from me. That is always a great thing. So I started paying my fees, learning from him about 3 months. And the method was simple. He used to live trade in front of me. I used to watch and learn. So that was the start of my trading journey. I'm talking of the year 2001, 2002, guys. It was the Kukuleganga hydropower project, Sri Lanka. Then from there, I was transferred to Peru, South America, working on the Yungan hydropower project. There I enrolled myself for online course of Pristine Academy, the best I know, and started learning. Because of the time difference, there's a 12 hour of time difference. I could easily trade the Indian market. I was building portfolios, trading stocks, futures, options, commodity, forex, almost everything I was trading, including international forex there. And within a year, I was making about 10% a month on my capital. And that was very, very, you know, motivating for me. I was looking at a way to leave that job and settle in a city. In February 2007, I came back to India, became a full-time professional trader. And in the back of my mind was 3 years I will try. If it doesn't work back, I will go back, add enough savings. So 2007 was easy, nice bull market, very simple trend following methods could give you money. Then came 2008 and our stock market crashed 60%. And I'm trained in shorts. I'm trained in puts, shorting my futures. And in that, you can make money while the price is going down. And since there is no competition, making money in the downward direction is actually easier than making money in the upward direction. So I made very good money in 2008. And that is what gave me the confidence that this can be taken as a profession. Since I could make money while it was going up, I could also make money while it was going down here. So, by the way, guys, you can have a look at my stock market. This is my YouTube channel where A lot of my introductory videos are there, and a lot of my live trading videos are also there. So in your leisure time, you can have a look at them. And almost 70% of the live trades that I have shown there, they are in the downward direction. They are in the downward direction. So then came 2009, and 3 years I could easily survive. I had more time for my children. I was a better husband. I was a better father. I could make friends. I could rework on my hobbies that I could never do in a corporate job. And finally, I knew this is a profession I want to practice for the rest of my life. Said thank you to my company. I said I'm not coming back. Gave all my engineering stuff to my juniors and my colleagues and became a full-time trader. This was the year 2009 now. And I called Jeffrey and I asked him, how do I take myself to the, you know, next level? Kadapa say, I've seen all your live trading videos. Thank you very much. So others can also have a look later on this. So he said, how do you trade? I said, what do you mean, how do I trade? I trade on the computer. He said, do you trade alone or do you trade in front of others? I said, I trade alone. He said, how was I trading? Was I trading alone or were there a lot of people around me? I said, a lot of people around you. He said, do that. Start live trading in front of others for a fees. That way you will grow as a trader. They will learn. It is the best win-win you can create. So in 2009 onwards, 2010, I started live trading in front of others for a fees. Very soon, thousands of people were trained under me. Pathfinder's trainings exist for more than 12 years now, my company. So then in October 2010, an international company, they came to India. They were looking for some consultants. Somebody approached me. I said yes. Till that time, I had not worked with international traders. And this was a great opportunity to learn from them. Said yes. And for almost 1.5 years, I was associated with them. And my trading went to the next level. I was traveling all over India, giving introductories like this. In August 2012, said thank you to this wonderful group of traders. Started working back on my own company, creating a mentoring model of my own based totally on live trading. As my USP is live trading. I teach with live trading in front of you, where I'll be trading my money and you can either watch me or trade your money with me. That's how I teach, because I believe that is the only way stock market can be learned. In December 2012, I launched a mentoring model of my own, 6 months of training with live trading and lifetime of support. Then our online trading rooms started, which were very popular, and now they're running for more than 5 years. And I also have a portfolio course that I have just launched here. So that's me, guys. This was my first batch in December 2012. At that time, it used to be 4 days of classroom training and, uh, you know, 6 months of online training. And now everything is totally online, where anybody can learn from anywhere. So, stock market, I firmly believe, is a skill-based business. The more skill you have, the better you will become. Tell me one thing, even to become a peon in a company, a person has to be minimum 10th pass. To become a trader, is there any minimum qualification? Yes or no? No, there is none. There is no minimum qualification. Sorry to break your dream. Even a fifth pass or a third fail can become your competitor here. Always remember, in the stock market, you need to have a ID proof, address proof, proper. You're a citizen of India, you can trade and invest. That means it is a purely skill-based business. The person with the skill will always take money from the person without a skill. And what will give you money here? Let's focus on how will you make profits here? What will give you money here? What will give you money here, guys? Chalo. Now almost 1 hour and 20 minutes into the session. At least this thing you can answer to me now. What will give you profits? Your skill and your rules. The key here is rules and strategies. I'm talking here rules and strategies. Every morning in my online trading room, I trade with my traders, and the best trader in the day, his trades gets published on my website. If you go on the website here, see here, these are the best trades of the day. Pathfinder student best trade of the day today was 59,000 rupees of profit. And this gentleman was trading a Nifty future. He was, trading a Nifty future. Then there was another trader with me. He was trading Yes Bank, PNB, Lupin, Infosys, Biocon, and he booked 15,000 rupees in a day. Every morning, the live trading that I do, in all the live trading sessions, the sessions are recorded, screenshots are taken, and recordings are sent to the traders. The way I'll send the recording of this session to all of you. So you can go and check all these trades that have been done by my traders, and of course, I do my own trading with them. Okay. And the key is very simple. As long as your winners are bigger and your losers are smaller, you will do well into the market. So what do you have to learn? Now, you have to learn how to build and manage your own portfolio. Don't give it to anybody. Do it on your own. This is a skill you can not only learn, but also pass on to your next generation. Please understand, portfolio building doesn't require any time commitment. It only requires skill commitment. The more skill you have, like Warren Buffett, he keeps on holding his company for years sometimes. Sometimes he liquidates them in months. So you have to know your holding period of a particular company. You have to buy it undervalued and sell it when the valuation has become fair and it is on the verge of becoming overvalued. Can we be able to trade in foreign markets? Yes, with what I will teach you, you can trade any market in the world because the principles remain exactly the same. Intraday trading is a great way of trading. And I understand most of you do jobs. So my course is designed in such a way that while doing a day job, you can do the intraday and the swing trade. Then trade leverage assets and make money when the price goes down. The key is to make money when the price is going down. Let's pick up one of my live tradings here. Let's see here. A recent one, we had a budget, remember? This is the budget here. So, watch out this video, guys. Immediately after the budget, I'll not run the whole video. It is almost more than an hour, but you can watch this video on. It's a recent one, just before the budget day. So from just after the budget, I started trading, and I was using the Renko chart. I was not using the candle, but I was using the Renko chart. And while trading, I was also analyzing the market. The price was going down, and by the end of the day, I could make about 35,000 rupees on a capital of about 4 lakh rupees by just trading about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So the key is, now anybody can see a car driving, it feels very good. But skill is when you can sit in that car and drive it yourself. Otherwise, you can only say, yes, I saw the car, the guy was driving it very good. My job is to transfer that skill to you so that you can also do this kind of a trading. Great, guys. So Learn intraday trading, learn swing trading. In fact, a good trader and investor should know all kind of trading. With practice, anybody can become a trader. Trading is not for any special person. That's why I start from zero, so that everybody can learn. And in fact, this session is compulsory because this is where your basics are becoming clear. It's an acquired skill. Nobody is born a trader. Hey? It is not like singing or dancing. It is an acquired skill, means anybody can learn it, and you become successful into it when you treat it like a business. And it's a great business. Think about it. You don't have to open any office. You don't have to hire any employees. You don't have to give any service to anybody. Okay. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sell anything. You don't even have to travel. Okay. A great profession. And you can easily pass it to your next generation. What are your choices in the market? Stocks. Timing 9 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. Stock futures bi-directional 9 to 3:30. Index futures bi-directional 9 to 3:30. They have leverage. Options, great product 9 to 3:30, and hugely leveraged opportunity is always there in options. Commodities 9 to 11:30 in the night. Even right now, there is a commodity market that is on. Forex, USD INR has a lot of, and unlike the view, the derivatives require smaller capital and you can catch big moves. Do you know, to do a USD INR, you require only 1,500 rupees. To do a trade in any commodity, you require less than 25,000 rupees. And to trade a Nifty, you require just about 20,000 rupees in a day. So derivatives are leverage bi-directional products that you use for your intraday trading. So to trade, you should know what to buy, when to buy, how much to buy, how much risk to take, and when to get out. This is the skill set required. Now, let me tell you about the courses, then I'll come to question answers. In the end, we'll keep 10-15 minutes for question answers. So, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, high probability trading, risk management, mastery of online platforms, high probability trading strategies. Strategies are very important to master. Trading plan aligned to your personality, rational decision making. It's all about being rational. Now, let's take a very simple example. छोटा सा example लेते हैं. You go to a mall, there is a trolley. You take the trolley and started moving around. For how many of you it has happened, you end up buying unnecessary things just because you are in the mall? Has it happened to any of you? You just keep on buying unnecessary things. Ruchi says all the time, Hare Krishna says yes. Why? Because you are doing emotional shopping, where you did not have clear-cut goals, you did not have a plan, you did not have a written list. You did not have a written list. But if you go to the same mall with a written list that these are the 5 things I want to buy, you will just go there, buy them and get out. A professional trader does the other thing. Before he puts 1 rupee of his in the stock market, he has a plan, he has a strategy, he has a method, he has a process, and he has a list. If you want to do intraday trading Monday morning, then Monday morning at 8 o'clock, you should be ready with your list of 5 stocks. That these are the 5 stocks based on, filtered on technical analysis and risk management that I will buy. This one would be for up direction. This one would be for the down direction. And a trader who comes with a plan and skill will always make money from the guy who has no plan or skill. Okay. These are the students that have passed out in the, I think, first few years, then the whole course became online. So these are the various batches that passed out in the start. Most of them are in Mumbai, almost 80%. A few are in Hyderabad and Bangalore. But now the course is totally online. I'll tell you about the courses I run in Pathfinders. There are three kinds of people that come to the stock market. Number one are people who want to learn totally. They say, I want to learn in whole. I want to learn trading also. I want to learn investing also. And I want to start from zero. So for them, there is a Pathfinder 6 months online traders course that you can go for. Then there is another group of people who said, no, I do not have any inclination for aggressive intraday or swing trading, but I would like to create my long-term wealth. I would like to build portfolio of my own without being dependent on others. I would like to learn how to find those quality small caps and mid caps and handle them on my own. For them, there is a 1 month online portfolio management course. So let's call this one as 1, 2, and 3. Then there is a third group of people who have already learned somewhere. They have learned technical analysis, also risk management. They know their oscillator indicators, but they want to practice with a professional trader. They want to do live trading with a professional trader, and they want to practice with him every day. So for them, I've got a Pathfinder's 3 month online live trading room. So all three kind of courses are there. Which category do you fall in, guys? Right? 1, 2, or 3? Which one do you fall in? 1, 2, or 3? So I know which one is more. I'll tell you about all three, guys. Fine. So there are, see here, there are 1, there are 2, there are 3. So all kind of people are there. Different people have different needs. Let me explain you all three. Now let's come to the first one, the total course, where you will become a trader also and you will become an investor also. Start from zero, assuming you know nothing. This is the Pathfinders online 6 months trader course, in which first there is 1 month of foundation training of 40 hours. So that your fundamentals, your basic, your foundation becomes strong. 8 sessions, 5 sessions of 8 hours each. Sorry, there. 5 sessions of 8 hours each, 40 hours, and you are given 1 month to finish it. And once your 1 month of foundation is done, you have become proficient, you learn strategies, fundamental, technical, risk management, psychology. Then you practice live with me. Twice a month, you will do live trading practice with me. I live trade every Thursday for the full day. You can choose any two of them. First and third is what most people prefer. From 9 to 3:30, 6 hours, first and third Thursday, you will live trade with me for 6 months. In case you are not able to attend, the recordings will be sent to you. Every Tuesday night, not day, in the night, I know you do a job, 2 hours of a live learning session will be there for 6 months, where I teach important topics. I take your question answers. Each one of you would be given a RM, would also help you to solve your queries. In case you want to talk to me, that is possible. Then every Friday, there would be revision sessions, and 2 hours of recordings of important sessions will be given to you, and you have to go through them and understand the concept better, then apply it in the live trading with me. Notes are given, ebooks are given, and support is available. This is the first course. This one is 33,500 rupees plus GST. This is the cost of this course. The second course that you can go for, if you want to become a portfolio builder, if you want to become an investor, you can go for a Pathfinder's Portfolio Management Online 1 month course. And in this, there is a 14 hours of a recorded training, you know, and 2 weeks you will be given this recording, where I explain in detail. If you go here, let me explain here. This is the portfolio building course, guys. It is 20,000 rupees plus GST. And here, if you see here, this is what you will be taught. Basics of wealth management, review of finance and accounting concepts, reading a balance sheet, understanding the ratios, various theories of portfolio management, fundamental analysis, qualitative analysis of stocks, quantitative analysis of stocks, overvalued and undervalued stocks, sectoral analysis, sector rotation, how to find a multi-bagger yourself, methods of finding undervalued stocks, methods of entry and exit using technical analysis, and the various portfolio management techniques. So all this you will be getting in this course, 20,000 rupees plus GST. And this is the third one. This is for people who already know their technicals well and they want to practice every day with a professional trader. So every day in the morning, 9 to 11, I do live trading with my traders, where I do intraday trading and swing trading both. And recordings are sent of the sessions. So this one is 4 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 to 11 in the morning, and Thursday is full day, 9 to 3:30. And recordings are available for each of the sessions. This is for a guy who wants to become a full-time trader, professional, who wants to test their skills against a professional trader. You can go for the online live trading room, but here you need to have an account with Pathfinders, with Sharekhan. We have a tie-up with Sharekhan, because here it is very important that I check that you are not making mistakes. And I can do that only when I can see you into my system. So to take this course, it is compulsory to have a Sharekhan account in Pathfinders. Other two, you can trade with any broker you want. In addition to this one is a 3-month course, which is 30,000 rupees plus GST. 10,000 rupees a month, 30,000 plus GST is the online trading room. For all the people who do any kind of a course, I do a mentoring session for life every Wednesday, 12 to 1. Vishal said, do you use Elliott waves? Yes, I teach Elliott waves, but I combine Elliott's along with Fibonacci, Vishal. So after the training, you can do your own stock portfolio. You can make it. You can do all kind of trading that you want, and you become a proper trader, investor, or both. So these are the course fees. Pathfinder 6 months online trader course, 33,500 plus GST, 39,530. 1 month online portfolio course, 20,000 plus GST. And the 3 months online live trading, 30,000 plus GST. Guys, you can pick up any of them. I also have an offer for you today, guys. So how many of you would like to do the course? And can you mention 1, 2, or 3 now? 1 is the 6 months, 2 is the portfolio, and 3 is the trading room. So I know which one do you want to do. Okay, so I see, okay, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 5. Great, guys. So I have all categories of people, but most of the people would like to go for the first course. Great choice, guys. So I have an offer for you today. If you pay 1,000 rupees advance today, in the next 1 hour, If you pay 1,000 rupees advance in the next 1 hour, in addition to the course, you get 7 trading ebooks and an 8-hour live trading video of a strategy that I'm using for more than 10 years, and it has given me very good money. So this is an offer that I have for you. You can use it, and you can, if you are in the process of choosing, you can give your 1,000 rupees advance today, and tomorrow when your relationship manager calls you, you can tell, I want to do this, this or this. That is okay. So this is offer for the next 1 hour, guys. And where will you pay for the offer? Just a minute. First, let me give you the training support team numbers. These are the training support team numbers, guys. आपको कोई भी जरूरत हो तो ये नंबर पे आप जाइएगा, जिसके बाद में आपके question answers I'll be taking, but let me tell you where you can pay your advance. To pay your advance, please go to this link. This is the first link you use to pay your advance. 1,000 advance, guys. This advance is valid for 3 months. Anytime in between, you can start your course. This technical analysis taught in the course number 1 in detail, guys, in detail. The course number 1 teaches everything: fundamental, technical, risk management, psychology of trading. Course number 2 is focused only for investors. It teaches fundamental analysis and little technical, which is used to handle your portfolio. Then course number 3, I assume that you know technical analysis in detail. It will not be taught in the class. I assume you know it and you can practice with me every day. Shravan says, will you teach Neo Wave analysis? Yes, Shravan, I'll be teaching it. So this is the link, guys. Course starts every Saturday. Every Saturday the course starts. So you can start on any Saturday. If you plan to start tomorrow, that is possible, but then you pay the full fees. For those who want to start later, you can just pay 1,000 rupees advance, talk to your RM in detail tomorrow and choose which one do you want to go for. The details of the courses you can find here. For example, the 6 months training, these are the details, guys. Everything that you will be learning here: fundamental analysis, technical analysis, risk management, psychology of trading, derivatives, commodity, future. This is a complete course. You get everything here. So these are the details of this course. Okay. Those who want to know about portfolios, see here, you can go to this and all the details are available. Okay, guys, I'll give the link once again in the end, but time for your question answers now. 10:45, I have 15 minutes for your question answers as promised. So please, you can ask your queries, and those who want to do the course, so you can go ahead and start giving your 1,000 rupees advance. And I'm curious to know who is the first one to pay. Okay, let's look at the questions. Is technical analysis taught in course number 1? Yeah, technical analysis is taught in detail in course number 1. Will you teach Neo Wave? Shravan asks, yes. Can I pay the fees in installment? No, Suman, there are no installments. You can pay your advance now, and when you're ready with your fees, then you can start your course. During live trading session, do you also explain the basis and logic of trading a particular trade? Yes, Rajesh. Without that, so you will not be learning. When I'm doing live trading, the 2 sessions in a month, every trade I take, I not only explain the logic of it, I also log it in front of you. And in the end, then we see, how did you perform? And I'll not only check how I was doing. It is very important for me to find out how did you succeed as a trader. For me making money is fine, but basically it is you making money that is the most important thing, because that is when it is the transfer of skill. Manoj says, do you teach options, Greek and strategies? No, Manoj. The basics of options, and that is a very advanced level for which you will be ready after a year maybe. I teach options, the calls, the puts, the time decay, and everything that you will require to make money with limited losses and unlimited profits. How to inform you about the payment done? I will have a look. I have a payment gateway, and I can check in the payment gateway when you have done the payment. So I can easily check here from my payment gateway. You will immediately get a mail and a confirmation, Shabad, the moment you have paid your money. Praveen says, where can I trade LinkedIn, Apple stocks on the India? You're not allowed. Praveen, in India, we are not allowed the American and the international stocks yet. Tushar says, I'm teaching, can I trade at night? Yes, Tushar, you can trade the commodities at night, which are open till 11:30. You can also do auto trading. In classes, I teach automated trading where you can put the trade even before the market starts. So time is not a constraint. Remember, in trading, your skill is important. How much capital do you suggest for course number 3? Akash asks about ₹1,00,000 if you want to be part of the trading rooms full time. And I'll assume that you know technical analysis. You need to have a Sharekhan account with Pathfinders. We have a tie-up with them, plus at least about ₹1,00,000 if you want to copy my trades in the start. Bijoy said, do you use market or limit orders in most of your trades? Bijoy, where liquidity is good, spread is tight, I prefer the market orders. But if liquidity is the issue, I would prefer the limit order. Okay. Pradeep say, I want to learn full technical analysis in detail. Then you join the 6 months course where fundamental is taught in detail, technical is taught in detail, risk management is taught in detail, and the psychology of trading is also taught in detail. If you cannot attend a session on any Saturday, there's no session on Saturday. I only work Monday to Friday, Suresh. Saturday there is no session. Let me repeat the sessions. It is on Tuesday night. The first 40 hours, the first 1 month is recorded. You can learn it at your own pace. Then all the learning sessions are on Tuesday night. First, second, third, fourth, Tuesday night, 9 to 11. Then there are 2 online live trading sessions, first and third Thursday. You can attend at least one of them. Recordings would be sent. And Friday, there are recordings that are given of important topics. There is no session on Saturday and Sunday. That day I rest, guys. I work Monday to Friday. If you know this session also, I do Friday night. I don't do Saturday, Sundays. Okay, Shabbat says, I know nothing about chart reading. Will you teach me? Yes, yes, in detail. In fact, not only one chart. If I'm looking at chart, let's see here. Now let's take this one. There's a line chart, bar chart, candlestick chart, Heikin-Ashi chart, Renko chart. Then I take this. Now let's make it a little fancy. Let me add little tools to it. I'm just adding a few tools into it. So now if it is looking complicated to you, within a few months, this will look an easy thing to do. I'll teach all this to you in detail. Okay. Elliott waves, Pradeep, yes, they will be taught. Live trading will be in course number 1. Yeah, course number 1 is also having live trading. Please understand, course number 1 is having live trading first and third Thursday, 9 to 3:30. So 12 hours of live trading per month is there in the 6 months course. Do you provide lifetime mentorship for course 2? Lifetime mentorship is for everybody. Every Wednesday 12 to 1, there is a lifetime mentorship. Ranjal from Surat. Vijay says, what parameter you use for differentiate between breakout and false breakout? Vijay, for that you have to come in the class. सारा का सारा इधर थोड़ी ना बता दूंगा. Okay, how many classes in a week and hours? Suresh says. Suresh, I think I've already answered you. Tuesday night, every Tuesday night, 9 to 11. First and third Thursday, 9 to 3:30. Recordings on Friday. And lifetime mentorship Wednesday, 12 to 1 in the morning with recordings. Vijay says, is it possible to short sell stock easily by using Sharekhan broker? Yes, it is very easy. Not only that, because it is not a discounted broker, you also can take margins against your portfolio stock and use it for trading, which no discounted broker will get. Okay. How much time should a starter take to earn at least 50K profit? See here, do the back calculation. You want to make 50,000 rupees profit and you learn the skill of making 10% a month. That means you will require 5 lakh rupees of capital and about 6 months of hard work, Suresh. Senthil says, after 6 months course, will you provide any certificate? Those who want to go for certification, they can apply for certification, then we give a certificate. That is not a problem, Senthil. But most people come here to learn trading and investing. Is it necessary to have proper software for trading even for beginner? Of course. Without a proper tool, how will you trade? Vaishali says, how to trade in foreign market? Why do you want to trade foreign market? There's enough opportunity in the Indian market. Outside, for the moment, is not allowed. So you can trade the Indian markets. It's very, very profitable. Minimum money to start trading, Tushar is asking. In the start small, Tushar. Maybe 25, 50,000. This is where you should start and gradually build it from there. And till the time you're not confident, I would suggest that you do with very less, do some paper trading, then you go for it. Okay. Praveen from Hyderabad. What is the normal percentage of capital for short selling? There is no minimum there. You can even short sell with 5,000 rupees, Praveen. See here, it all depends on what do you want to earn. You acquire the amount of skill and then you start trading. So there is no minimum, maximum here. Chendu say, you face any losses? Every trader faces losses, Chendu. There is no trader who does not face losses. Like in my trading room, every day in the morning, I trade with about 10 lakh rupees. And see, this was the trading I was doing yesterday in an account. I made 8,000 rupees of profit. But today, I booked a loss. So there are profits and losses. But, there are also good profits. Now here, with the same capital, I made about 14,000 rupees of profit. So profit and loss is part of the game. You can be right only 70% of the time. 3 trades out of 10 will finish in loss. As long as your profits are bigger and your losses are smaller, you will do well. You will do well, guys. Rajesh says, after doing this training, do we need any other course or study to enhance our skills further? Whatever I know, Rajesh, I'll teach you. This is a full course. You won't require anything after that, mostly. Of course, you will keep on studying and enhancing it. Metastock or Ninja Trade, I don't use either of that. If you have the skill, this is good enough, guys. To Dhyan Chand, the famous hockey player, you could give any hockey stick and he would put a goal in. And to a guy who doesn't know how to play hockey, give him the hockey of gold and he will not be able to do anything with it. It is your skill that matters, right? What if I need to refresh after 6 months course is over? Anytime you can repeat the course at a 50% cost, guys. Anytime. But normally, so far, nobody has ever asked for a refresh. Will the recordings be available for course number 3 every day, Akash? Yes, every day they are available and they are available for a week. Praveen, you will not have that problem if your broker is not allowing options. With us, you can do all the options you want. Shabal says, I shall go for number 1 course. Most welcome. Okay. Rahul says, what is the major difference between a discounted broker and Sharekhan? A full service broker like Motilal, Sharekhan, ICICI Direct, they will give you a lot of additional services. Their spreads are better, and there you get a lot of additional facilities. With a discounted broker, they will kill you in the spread itself. Okay. Do you trade in commodities, Vishal? Yes, I trade in commodities, and I'll be teaching you in the course commodities in detail. The tools you're showing in the session is a paid subscription. No, you don't have to pay a single rupee for any software. Shabbat says, I have Zerodha trading account. Is it okay or shall I open with Sharekhan? Uh, for course number 1 and 2, you can carry on with Zerodha if that is okay with you. But I prefer Sharekhan. So if you want, you can open here also. Okay, Chendo says, if any doubt after training period, will you help? Yes, of course. That's what the lifetime mentoring is for. Brian said, choppy market trading. Yes. Yesterday, we were trading the choppy market and we could make good money out of it. I mean, really, really good money we could make out of it. For course 1, will it cover very fundamentals of the stock market? Course 1 is a complete course, Gangadhar. It covers everything. Course 2 is only for people who want to do portfolio building. And course 3 is for people who already know their technicals and risk management. They've learned it from somewhere and now they want to practice with a professional trader every day. Okay, a lot of questions still there. How do you scan your stocks? So I'll be teaching you that, Vijay. Vijay says, can recordings, video training be downloaded? No, sir. My trainings are my copyrighted material. Downloads are not allowed. Senthil says, I'll be starting my course. Welcome. Okay. Neeraj says, I'm doing with Kotak. Yeah, you can do. Neeraj, what broker you trade with is your choice. That is. But for course number 3, no, I will not. For course number 3, I need to see what you are doing. So, what if you make a big loss? You will come and kick me? No. In course number 3, I need to see your trades. Okay. Rahul says all these tools that you have shown are applicable to commodities as well. Yes, Rahul. Does Sher Khan work on Mac? Yeah, it works on Mac. Post 3 is for 3 months, Brian. It is 30,000 rupees plus GST. Okay, guys, I think I've answered all the questions. It is 11 o'clock. Time for me to close. I hope you liked the session, and you can go and pay your advances and start your course. And there is an offer that is going on, guys. Next 1 hour, you have an offer. So let me repeat the offer. If you pay your 1,000 advance in the next 1 hour till 12 o'clock, in addition to the course, you get 7 trading ebooks, my personal favorites, and an 8 hour of a live trading strategy video. And you get this after you have done the full payment of the course, and the advance is applicable for and valid for 3 months. So thank you very much. All the best. And in the end, I'll also give you the link before I close. And wishing all the best to all of you, having a safe financial journey. Bye bye. Thank you for attending Pathfinders training. I'm Yogeshwar Vashish signing off.